Come on, please. Never thought I'd ever be so excited to see someone get fired from their job. But hey, I put my Chelsea boys first, guys. Welcome back to Blue Bloods Football. Hope you're actually doing well today. I know you're doing well today, which is actually funny. I had a video planned to be uploaded for around this time that this video is out now. But I scrapped the whole thing, obviously, because of recent news, and I'm sure you know from the thumbnail or the title and various other YouTubers and news outlets that Potter is sacked. Potter's gone, guys. Potter's sacked with immediate effect. Okay, I'm not sure if that's what the reports say, but I saw a couple of reports saying it was mutual consent for them to part ways, which is a very nice way of saying nowadays that people are sacked. Not many managers get sacked anymore, funny enough, with Brendan Rodgers recently also getting sacked on the same day. It was also like a mutual consent thing, which I don't believe. I think man was sacked like they and dusted. I think they're looking out for people's feelings nowadays, but we know what happened, guys. And there are many reports about, like, you know, why did Potter get sacked? You know, YouTube videos for Sky Sports about, like, why did Potter get sacked? Where did it go wrong? I feel like that's like asking why water's wet or why grass is green. I mean, there's scientific reasons for this stuff, but you know what I mean. In layman's terms, who cares? Actually, not that surprised. I'm just thinking that it's funny that from 10th to 11th now is when the board is like, yo, I think we need to do something, you know what I mean? But you know, everything in its own time, guys, because as you know, obviously you know who our favorite is for the next manager coming up, but I'll get all into that soon. Oh, by the way, guys, comment, like, subscribe on this video if you haven't already. A lot of you watching unsubscribed, so it'd be great if you could subscribe and look forward to more content, not just Chelsea content, general football content. Also on TikTok, have a look in the description, put nice challenges and stuff up there. So yeah, so it's interesting that the players actually heard about this news from news outlets, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember. They heard about it from reports, like there was no talks with them or whatever, that Potter was sacked. So it's actually interesting that that's how it happened, but that happens quite often nowadays. Apparently it was a similar thing with Lampard. A lot of these things are very abrupt. People get moved on. It's life. Big ups to the most patient owners in football. I hope the next manager, who's actually a good manager, will be given as much time, but not with the same results, obviously. There's a standard we need to maintain here, and I'm glad we've maintained it. It's about time. It's just one of those things that is just like, finally. Like, I'm not even so ecstatic or happy about it. I'm just relieved. Like, I've been holding my breath this entire time, and all of a sudden, you know, on to the next. In my previous video, which I had planned, I actually hoped that Liverpool would beat us so we could put the screw in and hopefully get the board to make a faster decision. But hey, it looks like they jumped to it themselves. They're like, no, we can't go any lower. We got to do something about the situation now. And now there's an exhaustive search by Paul and Stanley and forgot the other guy's name, but they're looking for a new manager, and they actually pushed the the sacking of Potter, apparently, those two. So I'm glad that they had our best interests at heart. Where to from here? Apparently we're not gonna get, well, we're planning on getting new managers as soon as possible. And Nagelsmann is a favorite. I'm gonna be straightforward about that, and he's pretty much who I've been touting this whole time, guys. I said it in my previous video and put the card up there. Manager shortlist, Nagelsmann's at the top. There are a bunch of other managers there that I'll get into, but first I must state that it is important to note that an interim manager is taking over, and he's likely going to be in charge, according to reports, of the Liverpool game coming up, the Wolves game after that, and the two Madrid legs. So, you know, if people are hoping that we might get Nagelsmann and then he's gonna go through, somehow beat Madrid and then go against Thomas Tuchel's Bayern Munich for that dramatic semi-final, I think, yeah, gotta pause on those dreams. Let's just prevent ourselves from sinking further lower and hopefully climb up to a Conference League. Personally, I'm not looking forward to a Conference League or Europa League. I hate those competitions, but I guess if the revenue is good for the club, then we do what we must. And we also got to balance the books, guys. I think we're going to be, there's a lot of players we have to sell this next window, according to reports, so we have to balance these books. But there's just so much going on, guys. Let me actually get track. Let's talk about Bruno Saltor, interim manager, to see, you know, where to from here, what we can expect from this guy. From what I know, he was Potter's assistant coach, basically, so that doesn't really make me that much happier. I feel like we're just getting a, what is he, Spanish Potter. So it doesn't really excite me at all. I just hope this man can steady the ship until someone more competent comes to drive. So yeah, Bruno Saltor, guys. Okay, he's gonna take charge of his first game against Liverpool. This guy's just got mad games, by the way. This guy's to play Liverpool. Wolves is okay. Then he has to take on Madrid. Like this, if he actually does relatively okay here, it could put him on the map for some other teams. If other teams are watching this guy and they're looking for a coach, him doing well in these upcoming games for Chelsea could actually be good for a CV. Be great for a CV. So yeah, I mean, this is just pretty much a background on Bruno Saltor. It doesn't really say much about what we can expect from him in terms of what we expect to see from Chelsea in these games. But yeah, he's going to be the manager for the time being. And that was the first thing that was said after they sacked Potter. Like everyone in the comments on either Twitter or Instagram were like, who is Bruno? You know what I mean? So guys, on to where to from here pretty much is the fact that the short list of managers basically include, I'm going to name them now, Mauricio Pochettino, Julian Nagelsmann, Luis Enrique, Oliver Glasner, and Ruben Amorim. So those are the guys touted to take over from here, and I think the one at the top of the list is Julian Nagelsmann, as reports from Fabrizio state. It says there have already been approaches for Julian Nagelsmann to be the new Chelsea head coach. Talks will continue to make a final decision, but he is the favorite. So it's looking quite positive. I'm thinking in my head, I don't know what Julian Nagelsmann's thinking. I think that he is keen to actually coach in the Premier League. He finds it very interesting. A lot of players and coaches are keen to actually coach and play in this league. But I think in my head, he wants to breathe a bit and rather come in the summer when the league is over. So he just has that moment to breathe and he can slowly plan for the team, especially since the squad is big. I'm sure he has plans. And in a funny way, he's somewhat similar to Potter in the fact that he is like very tactically flexible, but that's about it. Everything else, I think he's quite a dominant coach. Like I said, all my reasons are in the previous video, which I mentioned, talking about managers and stuff, and there's a reason I had him as my number one. I called it. I told you guys. Well, I didn't tell you it was going to happen. I just said I wanted him as my number one, preferably, and thank goodness I got what I wanted in this case. But, let me not count my chickens before they hatch, or eggs, however the saying goes. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see who gets hired. Personally, anyone else on this list is a waste of time, like I said, with Pochettino. Not so keen before Luis Enrique, never in a million years. And this guy has been fossilizing for the longest time. No, wait, he's been taking charge of Spain, of course, yes, but they've been doing terribly, in my opinion, in international competitions. And the other guys, Oliver and Ruben, I'm not sure about them, but I'm not keen for them. I think Nagelsmann's the perfect project manager. And like I said, Vival backs him quite a bit, I think, and he's worked with them before. Plus, Nkunku coming through. I'm just so happy actually that this has happened, and I really hope we can get Nagelsmann to work with some of these players. I think he can bring the best out of them personally, especially players like Mudryk, who needs good coaching. Like, these are very important developmental, months for him leading up to any game time he can get. So I really hope Nagelsmann will pull through and shape up the squad, guys. Like, thank goodness. It's just, life has been so zigzaggy for me recently. It's great to see some form of like positivity. So yeah, guys, I don't know what else to say besides the fact that Arrivederci, Graham Potter, don't let the door hit you on the way out. And it's important to note that apparently we do not have to pay, I don't know where the report is, but we don't have to pay Graham Potter out. There's some weird clause that states that we don't have to pay him entire 50 million out, despite what people are saying. So I think he's either going to get paid in small amounts or he's going to get paid a smaller amount than that. I think that was the clause or the deal on his contract. So everything else is pretty much just false rumors. And yeah, I'm so glad we made the move to do this, and I can just look forward to Chelsea playing football, hopefully. I'm not going to hold my breath. I don't know what this Bruno guy's made out of, but just steady the ship. That's all we need you to do. Just stop us from sinking. I'm not expecting you to win the Champions League. Even if you lose against Madrid, I'm not going to hold it against this guy. This season's a write-off for me, like I said previously, and I just don't want us to end up lower than 10th. Or just do something, you know what I mean? Don't overdo it, also don't underdo it. Work with the squad. I hope this will work out, and hopefully we'll be seeing Julian Nagelsmann soon, guys. So let me know what you think in the comments. Like, comment, and subscribe. Like I said previously, Bluebirds Football, signing out.